Nina Turner's awesome. Let me just say that off the bat. And this story has to do with Nina Turner and ridiculous people attacking her. But before I get to those details, let me just preface it by saying, when it comes to putting a show together, it takes a lot of work, a lot of reading, a lot of research, a lot of production work. We don't just come on air and speak off the cuff without having an entire production process behind it. But then there are people who literally just spend their time going on Twitter, accusing people of things they haven't done, causing all this drama, and then they spend all of their time just talking about the drama and reading tweets on their show. And in that regard, I give you Jimmy Dore, one of the laziest, untalented people literally on the planet. And so he decided, Nina Turner tweeted something, why don't I attack her? She tweeted this: my prediction of the fallout of the FBI raiding Mar-a-Lago is that we're probably going to see a bunch of MAGA Republicans call to abolish the FBI. That is it is a fact. She has made an observation, and that observation has been proven to be correct based on all the MAGA chuds calling for the FBI to be defunded.
Okay, first of all, it's completely inoffensive. And it turned out that it was an excellent prediction. You could even do hashtag Nina was right. They literally called for that right afterwards. So that's good observation skills. That means you know how the right wing's gonna work. And she's pointing out the irony and the hypocrisy.
Right.
Which is what progressives do. Hey, isn't it ironic that they say, hey, and literally that's what we said on the show, when they go after unarmed black men and shoot them, they love the cops. But when they're raiding a billionaire's house, all of a sudden the cops are bad guys. I can't even begin to see where the issue is here unless you're trying to get some fame off of attacking a well-known progressive.
So Republicans love the FBI when the FBI is weaponized against the left. When the FBI sends a letter to MLK telling him to kill himself. They love the FBI when they engage in that kind of behavior. But when the FBI has the audacity to investigate a potential criminal act by a member of the elite, someone like Donald Trump, they hate the FBI. So I thought that tweet was great. But Jimmy Dore, in his thirsty quest for content, so he doesn't have to actually do any work or give you reporting on actual news, decided to quote tweet this and said, when lefties cheer on the FBI, you know they're serious about being a Democrat. What? I mean, I don't know, maybe my comprehension skills are not up to par, Cenk. Where exactly did she cheer on the FBI?
And look, so he's doing a classic right-wing thing. That's who he is these days. Not just attacking progressives, never criticizing the right wing. Part of what he's doing there is he's protecting Donald Trump. So he's saying, oh no, the FBI, everything the FBI does is bad. So them going after Donald Trump, then by definition is bad. All the lefties that are still watching me, the three of you, remember Donald Trump good and must be protected, and Nina Turner is a right-winger? What on God's green earth, right? No, you knucklehead, as with all of your MAGA friends, Jimmy, it's possible that the FBI can do a good investigation. For example, they've stopped a number of right-wing domestic terrorists from murdering people, where they can go, hey, credit to them, that's a good investigation. I'm glad they stopped that. And it's possible that the FBI can do terrible things. And then as a news person, you would tell your audience, this is when they did good, this is when they did bad, right? Instead, no, FBI bad. They're going after beloved Trump, don't do it. The only people that are bad, progressives. By the way, I'm on the left, are you?
Now, Jimmy Dore has been attacking Nina Turner pretty relentlessly since he's made his pivot to the right. And let's be clear, he's a right winger. He is.
100%.
Right winger.
If you're a left winger who still thinks Jimmy Dore is on the left, when he never criticizes Trump, Tucker Carlson, anyone in the right wing, never, ever, ever does it, and only attacks people on the left, and forget corporate Democrats, we hate corporate Democrats. He attacks the most progressive people in the country, and you still don't get that he's not on the left? Oh, I feel terrible for you, Jesus. And there's no hope for you anyway, go watch him, no hope at all.
So Nina Turner slaps him down. When Jimmy Dore knocks a black progressive woman for pointing out conservatives' hypocrisy when it comes to the FBI, you know he's serious about being anti-black and protecting conservatives. He loves to protect conservatives, and there's a reason for that. He has audience capture issues because his audience is overwhelmingly right-wing. If he ever says anything that's even a little critical of a right-wing politician, they lose their minds, and I'll provide evidence of that in just a moment. But first, more from Nina. Conservatives were okay with the FBI when it came to the Panthers, MLK, and Malcolm X. Now they have a problem with it. If you have a problem with me pointing that out, you're doing the bidding of these conservatives, which Jimmy is. And she's absolutely right about that. Now, Jimmy responded by the same stupid stuff you could experience. He quoted Nina Turner from back when Jimmy pretended, by the way, to be on the left. I've admired Jimmy from afar. He says things I can't say. There was a time when Jimmy was a pretend progressive. No longer is that the case. But he also writes in that tweet, I called her out for cheering on FBI. She didn't, there's no evidence of that. And she uses the cheapest, ugliest form of identity politics as a shield, truly repulsive. For your information, she's against defunding FBI and she sits on Cleveland Police Foundation Board. What is the Cleveland Police Foundation Board? I mean, Jimmy Dore should have looked into this, especially as a man who has a family of police officers. He should be curious enough to look into this, right? Well, he didn't, but we did. So the Cleveland Police Foundation Board exists to make policing better, okay? The Cleveland Police Foundation is an alliance of business and civic leaders, law enforcement organizations, and individuals committed to the ideal that an educated, well-trained, and modernly equipped law enforcement agency leads to a safer community for all. So essentially, it's community oversight for policing in Cleveland, which we desperately need all across the country. But apparently Jimmy Dore has a problem with that, maybe because he comes from a family of cops, but I don't know. They say our mission is to strengthen the bonds between the Cleveland Division of Police and the citizens it serves, working together to make our city safer for all. To accomplish that goal, the CPF works proactively to support and invest in programs, community policing initiatives, and engagement events that foster stronger relationships between citizens and police officers and police charities. Okay. And finally, Nina Turner responds to that by saying, let me be clear, Jimmy Dore repackages anti-blackness and right-wing talking points and sells it in a way that some leftists are willing to buy, very few, by the way. He has used right-wing talking points against me multiple times and even defended Rittenhouse. He makes millions doing it. Remember, it was Jimmy Dore who called for an alliance with the freaking Boogaloo Boys. That's what he called for. The Boogaloo Boys, who have this, I don't know if they still do, but their whole strategy was to infiltrate black organizations and Black Lives Matter to start a what? A race war. So yeah, he wants an alliance with them.
Of all the things he's done, look, everything he does these days is absolutely humiliating. But when he did the, hey, I'm for vaccines, oh man, those videos aren't doing well. Now I'm vaccine skeptical. Oh, those videos are doing great. I now do 20 of them. And you saw him flip-flop and appeal to the lunatic right wing right in front of your eyes. If you still think he's left wing, I mean, come on, man. It just is, again, no help for you. And then that old quote trick, Glenn Greenwald did that on me. Oh, this is Cenk Uygur complimenting me earlier. Yeah, when you were actually a great journalist. And that's why I'm kind of like, Jimmy's always a knucklehead, my fault for ever hiring him. I get it, mea culpa, right? But Glenn Greenwald was actually a great journalist. And then, so why, that's why it's more depressing to see you kissing Tucker Carlson and now Alex Jones's ass. To lower yourself to that level, it's sadder when you actually used to be a decent, intelligent person. So don't buy those old quote tricks from them.
Yeah, 100%. Now, let's talk about what happens when Jimmy just lightly critiques a right winger, okay? How does his audience react? You could tell a lot about the type of programming Jimmy does based on the audience he has fostered. So here's an example of something that we might report on here at TYT. Healthcare for veterans hurts the economy, says Rand Paul. So I haven't watched the video, but I'm assuming that in it, Jimmy is critical toward Rand Paul for wanting to deny health care to veterans.
Oh, great, so his left-wing audience will be very receptive to that.
They'd be appreciative, right?
Okay, let's see how it turned out.
Except no, not appreciative, they hated it. Here are the top comments, okay? So this is the top comment upvoted by 208 people. Think Jimmy made a mistake with this one.
Yeah, criticizing a Republican, can't have it.
Can't have it. Sounds like Rand is saying the bill is being sold as if veterans injured in war, but it's not doing that. It's something, I don't know, it's censored, money away. Next one, love you, Jimmy, but it's not what he said. He's against using the vets to market bills that hardly benefit them and include massive piggybacked funding wish lists. Yes, I'm sure that that's what's going on, right? Providing healthcare for our veterans is very bad because it might, I don't know, maybe provide in their minds healthcare for other people. Anyway, they didn't like that. They didn't like the video because they're just right wingers. Here's more. I'm not with you, Jimmy, on this one, but I still love your show.
I love it when you're kissing Republican ass, but you made a mistake with this one. You know what? There's some percentage chance Jimmy has already done a video going, you know what? My bad. Rand Paul tastes delicious. Hey, vaccine's bad. Oh, I got a shoulder problem. My problem is I've been carrying all this right-wing money in my duffel bag on my shoulder. That's why I got that problem.
Look, we actually should have some sympathy for Jimmy, right? I mean, he's desperately seeking out his next grift. The vaccine stuff has kind of dwindled down. He's looking for the next cash cow. So he's like, I don't know, let me ruffle some feathers with Nina Turner and see if I can get some play from that. How about you actually do something productive with your life? Maybe read something, okay? Go for a walk, all right? Like, go get some therapy, more importantly. But the grift is so obvious and so transparent. He spends all day long sitting in front of a cheap green screen, reading tweets. Like, that's all he does, that's his show. He just read tweets all day.
Okay, how could I hurt the progressive movement anymore? We've attacked Bernie, we've attacked all of the shows.
Yeah.
We've said Amy Goodman might be working with the CIA and all of her supporters should donate to me instead. What else can we do? Oh, Nina Turner, people really like Nina Turner. Oh, she's actually trying to fight for a higher minimum wage, trying to fight for Medicare for all. It might really help people. Now, Tulsi Gabbard, on the other hand, has betrayed every one of those causes. Let's go kiss Tulsi Gabbard's ass, and let's go attack Nina Turner, because that way right-wingers will give me more money. Look, but it's embarrassing to me too. I mean, that dude should have never, I should have seen it. I don't know how, but well, here's how. When he said on the show, I thought he was joking, but he said that he would do anything for money. And you know, when I turned down all that money from MSNBC, he said what I thought was a joke. He's like, I wouldn't have done that. You're crazy. If they offered me that kind of money, I would definitely take it. Well, that's the one thing it turns out he was telling the truth about. If somebody's gonna pay Jimmy, he's gonna take the goddamn money. The three of you that are still left that think that he's on the left wing, just look around. Everyone around you is a right winger. What do you think that means? You're in the wrong room, dude. But it's too late for you. If you're that far down the rabbit hole, you're never gonna see straight. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.